I've done something good. I've done plenty bad, I'm sure. But I just hope that I'll be remembered well. When I first saw her, being just a real country little kid, but always loving color and always wanting to be more than what I was. I always wanting to have fancy clothes and, to look pretty. And so she just had everything that was appealing to me at the time. She had all this yellow hair piled on top of her head, red lipstick, her eyes all painted up, and her clothes all tight and flashy. And I just thought she was the prettiest thing I'd ever seen. And I make jokes about it all the time, when everybody said, oh, she's just trash. And I thought, that's what I'm going to be when I grow up, is trash. I thought that was just about the way you looked. Mama was very outgoing. I'm very much like Mama, I'm just very verbal and just present myself however, you just take me or leave me, you like me or not. But Mama just always had that way about her, of being who she was. That old saying of to thine own self be true, she tried to do that with all of us. She just said, be your own self. Don't try to be what somebody else wants you to be. You just listen to your heart. You listen to what God tells you to do, and listen to me as much as you will, but be yourself. And so I think that that's followed me more than anything, is to be true to myself and follow my own heart. Mama's people were very musical. We got that naturally. So I don't know that I was any more special than anybody else. I just kind of took it more serious at times than some of the others did. I never got sidetracked. I have a sister and 2 brothers older and 8 kids younger. So I was in that little spot where the only attention I was going to get is what I got for myself. So I started noticing right away that people were paying attention to me playing. When people would come around and she'd say, oh, sing that song to them. You got to hear this little song she wrote. So I noticed that I was getting attention with my music. But I loved it, and I just never let up. We just thought 50 years is a long time. And we were real proud of ourselves, being married that long, especially in this business. And we just thought it'd be a sweet thing to do. I always wanted to have a beautiful wedding gown and a veil that I never got to do the first time. My mom had made me a little white dress and put together a little white Bible with a little bouquet, and went with us when we got married in '66. We thought, well, we'll just do it and dress up, and I can have my beautiful dress, I'll have me a beautiful wedding album. So we just did the whole bit in our little chapel on our place, and we just thought it was a sweet thing to do. And we went that night to Ringo, Georgia, spent the night, and had our honeymoon there, and then came back to the lake and had a few days off. Oh, I don't need to carry anything to remind me. I carry my accent, I carry my memories, I carry just that old country girl, that's really my real self. I look artificial, but I like to think I'm a real home-loving person, family-loving person. My memories keep me anchored, and I love my family. I think everybody should be proud of where they're from. You should never be ashamed of your family or your religion, how you're brought up, and incorporate all those things into weaving a wonderful basket that you can carry the world in if you have to. I grew up with a bunch of strong Southern women. They really kept the families going, actually, the women in our family. So I really am just proud to be a good old Southern gal. And when I do my work, sometimes when I'm cooking, I just think I'm just an old country woman, and I really am in my spirit and in my heart, because I see so much of my family, my aunts and my grandmas and mom, in the things that I do. And I love that. I just embrace that. I always pray that God will let me touch people, to let me say something to uplift people, and to be a bright spot, and to let me glorify Him, and to really have a good time myself. Somebody asked me what my ritual was. I said, well, I pray and pee and go to work. So that's what I do. That's one of the things I'm proudest of, is the work I did with Linda Ronstadt and Emmylou Harris. We had 2 big hit records, and so they've remastered and reworked those 2 albums, and we had like 20 songs left in the can. So now we've put that all together, and so it's called the Complete Trio Collection. And I'm really, really proud that that's going to finally come out. So that's everything we've ever done. So there's nothing else left in the can. Well, I'm very excited about Pure and Simple. I wrote and arranged and produced it. I had help with my guys, Richard Dennison, Tom Rutledge, and Kent Wells. They all pitched in to help me, whatever they needed to. But I wrote all the songs. It was a good year for that because I was married 50 years this year. And I thought, well, it'd be a good time to do a love album. And so I'm really proud of that. It's been a long time since I've had a #1 album in the charts, so it always feels good to be #1, especially at this age, to still be in the game.